welcome along and welcome back to Frühling. We are going to take a leap of faith today. So I am in my TX32 combine. We are heading down to the shop because I want to go and pick up a new header for the combine. And you may be asking, why am I picking up a header for the combine when we've harvested all of our fields? And that is because of these fields down here to the right. So both of those fields there are ready to harvest, and I've pretty much come to the conclusion with our farm in its current state, we are not going to be able to actually make enough money on this series. So we're going to have to invest some money, and we're going to have to get ourselves some more land and a better setup for our farm. So we're going to buy 3 new fields today. We are going to end up spending a lot of money to do it, and so I've had to bring the combine down here to pick up the header to do that corn. We want to buy field 8, 5 and 6. Now 8 and 5 both have corn in it, and 6 has sugar beet. And to purchase these is going to be 91,000 for field 11, 49,000 for field 8, and 51,000 for field 9. So we're going to have to borrow 200,000. So let's do that. That's going to take us up to 440,000. So I might take it up to 450,000 just to get it there. And I know I said on this series I'm trying not to borrow money because I don't think we can immediately pay it back. But if we're borrowing money to buy land, we can immediately pay it back, because we can sell the land to do it. Let's purchase these fields then. We're going to purchase field 11, field 8, and field 9. And I want to immediately get the soil information for them. It's not going to cost us much to buy the soil information. And yeah, look at this loam going through here. And doing that also has helped bump up our precision farming score, which has taken a hit. And so we're left with 14,000. That is not going to be enough to buy the combine parts. So we're going to have to borrow, and I'm going to take it up to 500,000 then. We'll max out the loan. So into the shop, the corn header we want is this one. It's a TX corn header. Buy that for 27,000. Yes. So these fields are going to need liming. They're going to need to be plowed because we've got corn and sugar beet in here. So all of those are going to mean we required plowing. And I'm just wondering if this header needs me to connect it up to the PTO. No, we are all good. So let's unfold the combine then. Start that up. Switch back to our header. Down goes the header and into the corn. One headland down, and we've got half a tank of corn. So it's a pretty poor yield on here, but we're getting a very nice amount out of it, which is great news. We will see how this goes, but I don't think I'm going to go do corn going forward on here. Yes, I've bought a corn header, but corn is not a massively profitable crop. I think we would be better off trying something else. And on Purbeck, we discovered that actually sunflowers are a really profitable crop. And with 5 fields in total, that gives us a really good basis on which to farm on here and to make some money. It is a bit of a gamble, this. This is absolutely me going, right, after looking at the farm and looking at our setup last time, how are we going to really move things forward on this farm? And this, to be honest, is pretty much the only way. Most of our farm, I think, is valued at about 500,000. So if we were to sell everything off now, we would be able to pay the loan off, which is good news. I don't really want to be stretched at this point beyond that, and investing in land with borrowing money is definitely a good way to go. Now that will always pay off really well on here. So as long as our land is worth the money that we have borrowed at the moment, we should be okay. Combine is full, so I'm bringing the Deutz over to empty that out. And I actually think, as it is October, maybe we want to turn around and get the wheat planted. So let's empty this out. We'll send the combine forward a little bit to do that. And so I'm going to grab this tractor and see if we can't get our seeder up and running. Now that is down at the shop. Around we come and back up. We should be able to hook that up, lift it up. And what will it seed? So it will seed wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, sorghum, oilseed radish, and grass. So yeah, we cannot seed sunflowers with this, unfortunately. We need to get a pallet of seeds to fill it up with, so we'll buy those. Yes, and then those are over there. So I am massively expanding the farm at this point, very much hoping that we are able to make the most of this. Load these up. It's not gonna take all of them, and with any luck that means that the farm will be able to expand fairly quickly, and we will make a decent amount on here. Otherwise, I'm going to be just sort of fumbling around the edges. I think a great way to go, very much on a start from scratch setup, the more I think about it, is borrow as much as you can, immediately buy as many fields as you can, and then use the 300,000 that isn't loan to go and go and get all of your equipment with. Whether that's leasing that equipment or whether that's buying it, definitely that 300,000 is for getting the equipment, and the 200 loan with the option for another 300,000. That will be a great way for you to get the extra to get all your land with. Right, we're gonna hire a worker for this, and yeah, that is going great. Off you go, and in goes the wheat. Meanwhile, our combine is empty, so we can back it up, and I'm gonna take one more headland, I think, and then we will we'll start cutting into the field. 3 headlands should easily be enough. We're now cutting into the crop. I think I've got my rows about right. We'll see as the field develops. But this is pretty good still. We're at 31% after doing 3 more sides of the field. And now that we've done the 4th, we're a 1/3 full. So this should produce at least a couple of trailerfuls off here. And we can immediately move on to the second one. We'll probably end up planting these 3 fields the other side of winter, because I don't think we can prepare them this side of it. I'm 80% full, and I think we're gonna end up with a cut in here. Maybe we cut down this side here, and I'll cut in on the next row. That way we can absolutely ensure that the auger will be out, and we'll be able to tell at the end of the row whether this was a necessity or not. But I don't want to risk getting halfway up this row and needing to empty. So whatever happens, I think we'll empty at the end of this row. We are not 90% halfway through it. So yeah, we're not going to be full by the end of this row. We could have cut in, but better to be on the safe side than sorry. Otherwise, we would have had issues. Right, let's turn that lot off, because we're going to have to go and tip this time, I think. We are 47% full. Actually, we will, because we're going to be full enough. But we wouldn't really have to. Even if we were completely full on the combine, this trailer would still hold all of it. Right, let's empty that out then. Up the header. Forward we go, and yeah, empty this out. And with the combine empty, oh wow, we actually hit max, so I don't think the combine is empty. We can only take 89% in this trailer, so that has worked out well. That is our first 10,452 liters off here. Right, open this door, and then so I don't have to make a really horrible turn. Open this door, and we can just come straight out, straight through, and straight back out to the field. This farm is such a wonderful design. It's one of the first farms actually in recent memory where I've come to farm it and I haven't immediately gone, I want to change the layout. This is a really nicely laid out little farm, and I don't feel the need to do it. There's nothing superfluous for what I'm doing on this map in this farmyard, and it's fantastic. For now, we want to see if we can get ourselves just slightly off center here. And I think that is going to be around about here-ish. So we'll cut in here, and we'll see if this gives us some nice widths to finish this field off with. Meanwhile, the Xylon has apparently finished its task, but I don't believe it. There's an entire row here that isn't done. We're going to have to run 2 rows here to get this finished off, because there's just a little bit there. I don't know why it thought that that was finished. If I remember correctly, we had one of these seeders on the farm when I was young, so we never had this setup running like this, but I'm pretty sure we had a Massey Ferguson seeder or something similar to it on the farm when I was little, running behind the David Browns on the farm. So yeah, it's very possible. I do love this seeder. Oh, wow, why will that not seed along that edge there? Maybe it's because we've got the wheel on the edge and it's lifting it out. Yeah, that's exactly it. So I've got to watch it, or it won't seed that bit. And it hasn't seeded the bit that hasn't been plowed, which begs the question, this is not a direct seeder, so we are going to have to work the other field. And in fact, if I want this strip done here, we're going to have to come in with the plow and do that. So I probably need to get a cultivator now. I didn't think we needed a cultivator on the farm. It appears we do. We're going to have a negative effect on our environmental score if I plow every field that I've got. We need to plow most of the fields we got this year. Getting a cultivator this year, though, to do a single field, I think is going to be a problem. So what I will do is put the plow on the Xylon, and we'll plow all of our fields this year, and hopefully next year we can sell the plow and get ourselves a cultivator. Last bit on this field done then. 3,445 liters off that. So that's about 14,000 liters off that field. We'll turn everything on and we'll hit the second field. So hopefully it won't be too long before we have a nice full tank off here. Well, we made it around the headlands and we are 96% full, 97% full. But what I'm going to do is just take us a little bit in for our second headland here. Judging by that, we might get a second full tank off here if we're lucky. Certainly should get a second full trailer off these 2 fields. Make me very happy to do that. I'm slightly tempted actually to drop the trailer off the tractor here and go and get the rollers so that we can set this rolling that first field. Let's empty this out though, and while this is emptying, we'll go sort the Xylon out. This is where things get fiddly, because I now want this piece of kit on multiple fields, but in between we've got to pick up the seeder and go and do a tiny bit. It also pains me a bit to actually be having to plow up some of where we've seeded today, because we've got this strip here that got missed. So let's pull that down and just get this little strip here done. And what we'll do, I might go and put this plow then down on the second field we're gonna start plowing today, and get the seeder and do that bit, and then we can have the seeder down here ready to go as soon as we've plowed, and that way we will minimize what we're doing. So plow down here, and put it into the ground, ready to go. And then we can disconnect this and go and get the seeder. I'm actually really pleased I decided to do this. On my way back, I noticed over the far side of the field, there's actually a spot that's been missed by the hired worker. I think it's something to do with the way the cutout in the corner has worked on this field. So we need to go and get that fixed as well. Is that actually seeding this bit? No, it isn't, because the wheel is in the wrong place. Oh, yeah. That wheel gets out of the field. Does actually... Why is that? Does this actually turn on? That's intriguing. Or have we not connected something up? No, that's all connected up. It does turn on. I thought it didn't, but yeah, no, you do have to actually activate the seeder. Well, that's good to know. I'm surprised because I didn't think I had activated it last time. And yeah, look over here. We've got a whole strip over here that hasn't been done. And so we'll just run down this, and that means this field is complete. Having done a second headland, we've got 26% off the single headland. So I'm expecting 50% once, well, roughly 50% once we've got this third headland done. And that should mean that we'll get most of a tank full off this field. Which should mean that we get a full trailer off this field. Based on the fact that it can only take up to the weight limit. That will be really good, actually. That will be about £10,000 from these two fields eventually when we manage to sell these. I'm fairly sure that price for... Well, actually, what is the price for corn? How much are we looking at potentially making off 20,000 litres of corn? Corn price is $4.14 at the moment. Best price for corn. Wow, we could make nearly £1,000 per 1,000 litres off corn. This could be worth a sizable chunk of money, these two fields. I am very surprised by that, and I did not know corn was worth as much money as it is. Maybe corn is a crop that we should be growing on this map if it's paying that well. That makes me wonder, how does it compare to sunflowers? Oh, sunflowers are at 1,400, whereas wheat is at 732, and oats pay really well as well. Oh, there's lots of options. In fact, we need a field of oats too. So we are going to have to plant a field of oats. We could probably wait for that second field to plant that as a field of oats. I am very much looking, I think, at doing up to 3 or 4 different crops on this field then, based on that. We need to cut down the middle of this field now. Cut into here. We are half full, and I think we could very possibly end up with a full trailer, possibly more now, because that is a really good result. Now, looking at the crops that we need on here, I think we definitely want a field of wheat, which we've already planted. We need the wheat, we need the straw from it, and we need the wheat itself, the straw for the cows, and the actual wheat itself to feed the chickens. We need a field of oats, so those pay well, and we also need to feed the horse. We need, and then after that, actually, we're fairly clear. All we need is is something that's profitable, and it looks like corn could be profitable. It definitely looks like sunflowers could be profitable. Corn sells a little earlier. The other one, of course, is soybeans, but soybeans are something that sells right before harvest each year, so I don't know how useful they would be to us as a crop that late. So I'm definitely thinking sunflowers might be a good way to go. I'm definitely thinking that corn actually might be a good way to go, considering it pays better than wheat. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What should we go for the remaining crops on here once we've got the oats and the wheat out of the way, and we know that we are in a position to just have something that's a couple of cash crops on here, especially on these fields that will grow crops really, really well. We've got another 5,000 liters. Is this all gonna fit in this trailer? I hope so. And with it coming up to 5 o'clock, we're gonna have to take the Deutz straight down to the shop, grab that roller, and get that field of wheat rolled in. We've not quite fit all of the crop in, so we're gonna have to come back and empty that last little bit out, although I might just empty it out up at the farm. I think we could possibly do that. So let's head back to the farm with this, get this tipped, and I think get the combine into a position where we can just empty straight into the tractor or the trailer in the yard, and then tip straight into our silo. I'm very pleased with our progress today. We've done exceptionally well getting both of those cornfields out. Working out what's going on with our crops has helped to figure things out as well. I'm just a little bit concerned at exactly where I'm going to put this combine. I think what we'll do is we'll actually drive it through here. I think there's a little bit more space. Yeah, so what we can do is bring our combine through here. We can get the last little bit emptied out in the yard. If we position our auger and everything in here. I don't think I can get my combine in this shed here. The only shed that I'm not 100% sure what to do with at the moment is this one here, because there's lots of space in it, and we might be able to get the tractors in it, to be honest. I need to work out what my best storage space is. Let's back this out and hopefully straight under the auger of the combine and empty this out. Yeah, and we are going to be rolling in this crop going into the evening, because it's the only real way I think I can get this done. So tip that, and then we'll get the combine out of here and back into the largest shed. I think that's the only way really that we can store the combine. I've got the header in this yard here, and we'll move that later. But this here can go back in this shed and out the way. And then I need to work things out. And I think after we've sold all of these crops this year, what we're going to need to do is get another tractor. If anything, now that we've added 3 more fields to the farm, it is beginning to show that we kind of need that. So there's a few things over the winter, actually, we're going to be keeping our eyes out for. We're going to need another seeder or a planter to be exact, to get sunflowers, possibly corn in. We're going to need, we could do with another small tractor, so we'll be keeping our eyes out for that over the winter, and possibly another couple of bits and pieces. And yeah, the sun is setting quite quickly at the moment. Let's go get these rollers and get this wheat rolled into the field. So from the shop, let's just check if there's anything in here. Not really. There is this spreader, actually. We don't have, do we have a spreader at the moment? I can't remember if we ended up buying one. We didn't. And that is 4,000 for this lizard spreader from 1985. It will take quite a lot of stuff as well. What wheel setup we got? Bolted rims. Yeah, we got, it's a very basic one, this, but I quite like that. Oh, this is something I can't really, this is something I can't really ignore, especially if we can get it in a decent color. Like a good blue would be good. Design color. Green. There is a rim color as well. That looks great. I think we should pick that up. This will do lime and it will do fertilizer. So yeah, we've got a lot of liming to do. We're going to have to put a load of fertilizer down. Let's buy that for 4,000. But that's not what we came to the shop to buy. We want a set of rollers and, ooh, 3-meter Cambridge rollers, or we've got 1945 or 6-meter. I think we'll go for these for 2 grand. Colors, I do like to get things in the blue. Roller colors, I'm gonna go with those with the yellow as well. And the rim color, I will go with the chrome. And the roller type we want are the Cambridge, like that. 4,856 as the darkness has absolutely consumed everything at this point. But these do have to be rolled tonight, so we'll get this all rolled tonight. Yeah, that's a really small spreader, actually. Nowhere near as big as I thought it was going to be. But it should do the job. 3,000 liters of lime will go fairly well. We can always add extra capacity. We can take it up to 4,000 liters. But I am going to go into my evening now, rolling our field and getting that ready. The other tractor, the Xylon, that is not far off finishing field 4, I don't think. So that's good news. And that means that we are going to be in a great place come the morning to get the sugar beet done. Is that folding out? That is folding out. We've got our Cambridge rollers lined up. Just about. Yeah. So I am now going to go get this field rolled so that the wheat is ready to go. And next time we will be doing some sugar beet and seeing how much money we can make off that. That actually didn't start from the edge. There we go. Right, let's get these rolled in. And with that, as this is pretty dark, I think that is where we're going to leave it for today. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below. Follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.